All right, it's 8:30. I'm chilling, and I'm gonna make some fresh pasta because it tastes good and it's pretty quick to do. I'll just film the process because it takes basically no time whatsoever. 55 means 550 grain flour. You can use 450, but this and 00 are technically the same. The only difference between this and 00 is depending on the mill. They use different types of wheat in there, but the size of the grains itself is the same between 55 and 00. Per 100 grams of dry, you want 1 egg. 100 grams are equal to 1 portion. I don't like doing half portions because it's hard to judge it with the eggs. So what I do instead, I do about 200 grams. That's usually enough for a good sized plate for myself. And I have to put half of it back. Fuck. Okay, it's not super pretty, but I have around 100 grams now. I do make a little dent in the middle, put your egg in there, and I'm right-handed. I don't know why I'm filming with my right hand and doing this with my left, so it should still work. Yeah, there you go. And you put some salt. Usually I prefer to mix the salt in with the eggs beforehand, because if you mix the salt with the dry ingredients, it can dry out too much. Then you don't have a fun time kneading it, and it can rip and make holes when you're running it through the press. Instead of doing this with my hand, I used to do it with my hand entirely. I'm not doing that anymore. I just use a spatula to like crack the egg, and then when it's mostly mixed, I just do the rest by hand. Mix the egg with the salt. Then just mix in the flour with this. What I do is use a spatula to put most of it together into like a half hardened mess like this. You still see it's like super hydrated. It's easy enough to touch and work with my hands, so I'm going to do that. It's going to be a nice ball. I'll put the ball in the fridge, leave it in there for like 20 minutes, and then I'm going to roll it out there twice down to tiny, tiny thin 8 or 9 points. And then we're going to cut it into papardelle, cook those, and sauce it up with something. Yeah. Here we have our cute little bowl of dough. This is not going to feed me. I'm going to be very hungry, so I'm going to eat something else as well. Like I said, 1 egg, therefore it's more like a snack. This goes in the fridge now. Definitely a student fridge. Actually, usually it's much worse. Usually we don't have anything in here. Either nothing or just beer. But this time it's 1 beer instead of no thing and more beer. This was actually pretty good. Should survive about 20 minutes in the open, as it is quite cold. I also have to wash my hands. Even with the spatula tech, you still like, yeah, you still can't fuck that up. Man, what the hell? Also I've been making for this is just 4 ingredients. It's salt, apple Provence, olive oil, lemon, and garlic. That's 5 ingredients. I can't count. Those are pretty much the key ingredients. Super easy. It's super quick to do. Mix that shit up. Mix it up real good. And trust me, this is amazing. My balls hurt. My ball hurt. Hey, I'm working it. Hey, I'm working it. All right. Yeah, fucking put this, get one of these motherfuckers and then beat it so it's like flat. Boom, turn that mouth. I use, like, obviously use 2 hands just for, yeah. Boom, then you have these motherfuckers like, oh, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Ain't that wrong? Yeah, we got noodles, man. Also, when you when you steal what the fuck, bro? What the fuck am I trying to say? When you cook shit, make sure you're always stupid and ill prepared on the timing. If you're a student, not stealing. If you're a student, there we go. If you're a student, put a pot on the fucking stove and realize after 10 minutes that you forgot to put the fucking water in. So you use the boiler and be like, at least it's gonna boil quick. So you're sitting here looking at the noodles and be like, man, I wanna eat them shits, and you just can't. You just can't. Also have a personal commitment. If people don't salt their water when making pasta, you deserve to be shot and dragged into a basement for rats to feed on your dead fucking corpse. In game. Alright, enough funny business. Noodles are in there. I'm gonna like prep this. Really, like, just that sauce is more than enough, but I have leftover onions on my plate and I don't want to waste shit, so instead of throwing it away, I cook it. Alright, and now last step, just chuck them in there with the sauce. Yes, sir. Look at that. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. This doesn't look as good as it's supposed to. That's good. Trust me. Try it. It's very simple.